Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's just gonna be me today. I'm gonna be going over the Q&As from TikTok. I had quite a few. I have a little more than 20 to go over with you guys. This is gonna be about all the questions you guys had about stripping. So we'll jump right into it. Let's go. I didn't exactly have an editing software I liked, but I got my new MacBook, so that allowed me to download way more editing softwares, and actually the one I was going to get anyways. So yeah, so hopefully this is a little better. It should be, because the quality comes out clear as day on the camera, but then when I go to edit it on what I have been using, oh, it looks so bad. So this should be better. I pray it is. Alright, so let's get right into the questions. Question number 1, the most asked question: what happens during a VIP? So a VIP is a normal dance. The difference is you're in a different area, but this area has more cameras than the normal dance floor. You're in your own room. The dance is longer. You're basically just paying to have a longer, more private dance, because for a regular dance, you're around everybody else getting a dance. A random person can sit next to you and look at your dance, and there's a small chair versus a leather couch in the VIP rooms. Just a couple, pluses. But yeah, nothing crazy. Like I said, there's more cameras in the VIP lounge than there are where you get regular dances. But I will say there are girls who do that. Obviously, every strip club has it, but not every girl. Hope that answers it. If you have any more questions about the VIP, just drop it in the comments or comment it on my TikTok. Question number 2. Does security walk you out? Yes. Security, bouncers, whatever you want to call it, yes, they do walk you out. You are not allowed to leave the club without a bouncer walking you out. Just in cases like, say a girl was going to go leave and do some shit, the bouncer needs to make sure you're not getting into a car with a customer. Things like that. And for your safety, obviously. You're walking out of the club with all that money you just made. They're not going to let you walk out and potentially get robbed. Question number 3, how to get started. So how to get started, there's many ways. How I did, I had a few friends in the industry, and they just brought me along with them and, showed me around. But if you're doing it by yourself, you can look it up, local strip clubs near me, call, see if they're hiring dancers, or you're welcome to just walk in and tell them you want to dance. Most of the times you'll have to audition, but there are a lot of clubs that will just have you sign some paperwork and you're good to go. Question number 4, how much do you tip the DJ? So it varies. So my club, our house is raised. Our house used to be $50, and then we would tip the DJ $10 at night, but now our house is $60, so the DJ's tip is included into the house, but you are still welcome to tip the DJ. I do, just because, why not, I guess, and because I typically don't have to pay my house, because I sell only VIPs, and if you only sell VIPs at the club I work at, you do not have to pay your house. So technically, the DJ is not getting my tip because I don't pay my house. Question number 5. What's a fair tip for the VIP? It depends. So there are 3 different VIP options. There's a 15-minute, there's a 30-minute, and there's an hour. So our regular prices is 15 minutes is $125, 30 minutes is $250, and an hour is $500. For me, because you're allowed to pick your own prices at the club I work at. Not every single club. Going based off my club. I sell 15 minutes for $150. I sell 30 minutes for $300, and I sell an hour for $6. The reason I do that is because we have to pay the club money each VIP you sell. So for 15 minutes, I have to pay my club $25. For 30, I have to pay him $50, and for an hour, I have to pay him $100. So that comes out of what the customer is paying you. So sometimes I ask, hey, can you pay this money up front for me? And they'll just give me my full amount, and sometimes I just gotta pay it out of that. But a fair tip, it really depends on the VIP. I'd say, just like waitresses and servers, 20% is fine, but the more the better. Question number 6. Why do you need to tip the DJ? I kind of explained that in the question about tipping the DJ. Why? Because it doesn't come out of my house, because I typically don't pay in my house, because I only sell VIPs. Question number 7. Do I work out regularly? The only workout I do is dancing, and that's it. And yes, I consider that as a workout. I know another question on here was, do I count dancing as a workout? I do. It's a workout. Like dancing on the pole, even giving dances, it's a workout. Big time. I also have a pole at my house, so I count that as working out too. There are pole classes you can take. People do pole yoga and consider that working out. Question number 9, because question number 8 was, do I count dancing as a workout? Question number 9, why am I not tipping the bouncer and the bartenders? So my club specifically, we are not required to tip the bouncer and the bartenders. Sometimes I will tip the bouncer because I'm really cool with the bouncer, and I only tip the bartender if I'm getting a drink. We're not required to do it like within what we pay the club, but obviously you tip your bartenders. So same goes for the strippers. Tip the bartenders. Question number 10. Do you have to do stage sets, or is it just lap dances and VIPs? So typically, you are going to have to do stage sets. It just depends on the club that you work at. Like my club, you can tip the DJ and not have to go on stage. But that's not every club. Not every club at all. Most of the time it is required. It just depends. Question number 11. How much money is average to make in the club, or does it depend on what you do? So yes, it does depend on what you do, because like I said, girls make their own prices for different things. Like a regular dance at my club, the bottom line you sell it for is $30. Some girls sell it for $40, some girls sell it for $50, some girls sell it for $60. I will say this, if you're a baby stripper, you're just starting, don't try to up your prices yet. You want to get the hang of things. You want to get the hang of trying to talk to people. So don't push it yet. Once you feel more comfortable, go right ahead. That's just my opinion. But yeah, average I'd say to make, there is no average at all. Some girls make less than 100. Some girls make 300 to 400. Like, there's no average at all. There's some girls that make 3,000 or 4,000. It just depends on how hard you work, how much you sell your dances for, and how hard you hustle. Question number 12. Do I get along with the girls I work with? Yes, for the most part I do. I haven't had any drama at the club. I stick to myself most of the time. There are maybe 1 or 2 girls I talk to there. Sometimes we work together, but I mainly stick to myself. Most of the girls are not really a crowd I want to get myself involved in. I go and work, and I come home. All I really do anymore is hang out with my boyfriend, but I do get along with him. I don't cause drama, none of that. Question number 13. At my club, I could never sell VIP. How do you do it? Well, how I do it, you just gotta make it sound like it's gonna be the time of their lives. Like it's gonna be the best they've ever had. Like just talk it up as much as you can. Let them know you got experience. Let them know you know what you're doing. Things along those lines. Just make it sound like it's gonna be unforgettable. Question number 14. What was more comfortable doing as a baby stripper? I think this means, what do I recommend doing at the club when you first start? So what I recommend probably would be, like I said, don't try to up your prices. In my opinion, go up to the older guys. The older guys, you're going to have a better chance of, selling dances. Don't try to go up to any young guys, none of that. Go up to the older guys. Just try to sell normal dances at first. There was a long period of time I didn't even try to sell VIPs. I never even sold one for maybe over a year or 2 that I worked there. Just try to sell the normal dances, get the hang of it, get the hang of the club before you try to, go out of your comfort zone. Also, learn from the girls. There are, I don't know about every club, but at my club there are some nice girls that are willing to teach you some basic tricks on the practice pole. I don't know if every club has a practice pole, but there are some nice girls. So try to hang on to some girls that are willing to, show you around, teach you, keep you under their wing, stuff like that. Question number 15. Am I too old to be a stripper? Unless you're like 50, I don't think you're too old. I mean, maybe that's not even too old. But there are some older girls at my club. Like, I know some girls in their 40s that work at my club. You're not too old unless you literally can't move. You think you got it, you think you got what it takes to get in there and try, and you're competent enough, have at it. Nobody's stopping you. Go try. Why not? Some guys want the older girls. You never know. I'd say give it a try. Question number 16. Do you have to be good looking? Not necessarily. I think everybody is good looking in their own way, but not necessarily you don't have to, fit the beauty standards. There's so many different types of girls that work at the club. I'm sure you'll be fine. If one club doesn't hire you, I'm sure another one will. Question number 17. Is it just your club that lets you sell VIP, or is that a regular thing as a dancer? So, I have worked at a couple different clubs, but I recently, within the last couple months or so, started doing this. I'm not sure. You should be able to, make your own decisions if you want to sell regular dances or VIPs. You should. But I'm not positive, so don't hold me on that. Question number 18. What is the maximum height a stripper can be? I don't think there is one. I know some girls in there that are over 6 feet tall. You don't have to be short. You don't got to be no 5'2". You're fine. There are some girls in there over 6 foot, so I'm sure you're fine. But again, I don't know for every club. Maybe some clubs down in Miami, they might not let you. But if one club don't hire you, another one will. I messed up. I don't know what question I'm on because I've messed up the numbers in here on my notes. But next question. Where did I get my phone case? That was a most asked question as well. I got it. This Yoda one. I got it from Amazon. And this was asked a lot. What club do I work at? I personally do not disclose that information just for my safety. I don't want no creeper coming in there and trying to see me. I don't want them knowing where I live. Things like that. I just don't disclose that. Just personal preference. So, I did mention this earlier. Yes, some girls do go farther than what is allowed. But please don't. There are so many cons to that. Yeah, you might get however much from doing it in that moment, but you will regret it. You might be in the moment and be like, oh, this is good, extra money real quick. No. You will regret it. You'll lose self-respect. You'll lose your dignity. It's just a matter of time. I wouldn't do it. And on top of it, you can get terminated. You could get prostitution or soliciting charges. Just don't do it. My camera just died, but I will link all my socials in the description. Please make sure you subscribe and also be looking out for a couple videos a couple times a week. Please bear with me on my editing. Like I said, my last few videos were not that great, but I got this new software I'm using, so this should be better. Just be on the lookout and make sure you subscribe and follow my other socials. Bye, love you.